how's it going? This is Seth. In this video, I want to talk to you about something that I see a lot of landlords doing wrong, and it really doesn't need to be this way. It's actually really simple to fix this problem. Something that I've always prided myself on is being very easy to work with. For example, it should be really easy for people to pay me when they need to pay me. I shouldn't, throw up obstacles, require them to only pay in cash. I mean, it just needs to be convenient. If they want to pay by credit card, they should be able to do that. If they want to pay by ACH, they should be able to do that too. Even if I have to pay a little bit of money in order for them to do that in the form of convenience fees or anything like that, I should do that, and I should price that into the cost of my rent so that it's easy for them. Easy is the bottom line. That's what we're going for. We don't want to make things harder than they need to be. There's just no reason for that. Or things like communicating with me. If people have to ask questions and get answers on things, it shouldn't be hard to do that. Or if people want to get information on one of the properties I have for sale, all that information should be readily available. I should have great pictures. Really, they shouldn't have to ask anything because all the information is there. And I know, like when I was in college, for example, I was one of 4 guys renting a house from a local landlord, and it was crazy how hard he made it for us to communicate with him and to send him payments. I mean, it was kind of ridiculous, but that was just the norm. That was how people did things 15 years ago. In this day and age, we have incredible technology that makes it 100 times more convenient than it used to be, but I still see people doing the same thing, making it just as hard for their tenants to get answers to questions, to communicate, to send payments, to do all this stuff. It just doesn't have to be that way. There's actually a ton of super helpful property management software solutions out there, and as a real estate investor and blogger, I've had the benefit of seeing how most of these work from the inside. I've actually been able to get into the system and see just how much easier it is for people to submit applications, put together property listings, run background and credit checks, process monthly payments. I mean, it can be push button simple. I don't know why everybody isn't using one of these software solutions out there, because a lot of them are free, and even the ones that are paid are really inexpensive. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer value proposition that they're bringing to the table. But something I still mysteriously have seen missing from a lot of these software solutions is the availability of a mobile app. So the ability to pull up the software on your phone with just an app on your home screen and do everything from that app. And the reason I'm a little mystified by this is because all of these property management software solutions are designed to be mobile friendly. So if you can actually get to the website, it's super easy to navigate around and find everything you need from your phone. However, there's only a couple of them out there that have actually gone through the motions of putting together an app so that you don't have to open your browser and go search for the website and log in. It's just one tap on your screen from the app on your phone. And as of 2019, the only companies I know of that are doing this are Tenant Cloud and Buildium. And from what I know of Buildium, that's actually one that I haven't spent a ton of time in, but that's generally designed for larger property managers who are managing multifamily properties, whereas Tenant Cloud is a little bit more versatile and can be used for those multifamily facilities or single family houses, no matter what your situation is. And Tenant Cloud is also designed not just for property managers, but also for property owners if they want to stay in touch with their property managers, and for tenants, and for maintenance technicians, which means it's really easy for everybody in the process to have their own Tenant Cloud account, access it through the app, send messages back and forth, process payments, all that stuff from their mobile device without ever having to sit down at a desktop computer if they don't want to. Of course, you can if that's what you prefer, but it's just as easy, if not easier, to do it from your phone if that's the way you prefer to do it. Funny thing is, because they have an app available and because they make it easy, over 60% of all tenants always use the app. They don't use it on their desktop computer. And it just goes to show that, like, if you make it easy for people, they're gonna choose that easy option. And for whatever reason, Tenant Cloud seems to be the only one that gets this and is doing that. So it just begs the question, if there's an easier way to do it, why not take the path of least resistance? Why not give your tenants a way to do things the way that they would prefer to do them anyway? Mobile apps are actually a really big deal. There's statistics saying that 96% of Facebook users use Facebook from the app on their phone. And even looking more specifically at the real estate industry, If we look at sites like Airbnb, did you know that half of the traffic they get comes almost exclusively through the mobile app, which by the way is a very, very well designed app. And I think that's part of what makes it so easy. If the app is garbage, then it's not really going to be that helpful. But if it's well designed, it makes all the difference in the world in making the user's experience better. If you were to make your tenants' lives easier, do you think you might find better tenants? Maybe tenants who stick around for longer and make your business more stable? I don't know, but I would think it's probably worth exploring that option, especially since it's so easily and readily available. And guess what? Tenant Cloud does have a free version of their service that you can use, so it doesn't have to cost you anything. I mean, I'm not really sure why you wouldn't be exploring this if you're not already doing something like Tenant Cloud. And again, I think all those property management softwares out there are worth something and they bring a lot of value to the table. But again, for whatever reason on this mobile app issue, I don't know why, but Tenant Cloud seems to be the only one that's making that available for the masses. If you haven't heard of Tenant Cloud, I'd encourage you to check it out. I've spent a little bit of time playing around with their app. I was pretty impressed with it. I just thought it was really cool how they made it super easy for tenants and landlords and property managers and all these people to very easily communicate with each other. No more lost emails in your inbox or voicemails that don't get answered, when it's literally just as simple as something like Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp or even sending a text. I mean, that's how easy it is to handle this kind of communication with something like Tenant Cloud. So if you're a property manager or just a rental property owner, I think it's worth checking out. And if you do have any experience with Tenant Cloud, or for that matter, any of the other property management solutions out there, feel free to leave a comment beneath this video and let me know your thoughts about it. Have you been impressed? Have you enjoyed using the service? Do you think they're delivering in all the possible ways they could? I think as time goes on, we're gonna see better and better options available in this space. And I think it's just really exciting and cool to see where the world is going for this particular industry. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.